Welcome back to yet another Baldur's Gate episode. I think this is now 2 days past the good Xmas holiday season. We're trucking towards the new year. Be that as it may, we still got stuff to reside and do here, as I've got outstanding camp events, and I think someone is awfully thirsty for me. So, that's kind of weird to say.
Maybe we should ask someone else.
No one cares. No one but us.
Guess I could have done the lance board. Anyway, all's well that ends well.
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies. Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from Elberel? Maybe not, Mum.
Let's just go.
Oh no, Ceres is dead.
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine is yours, it seems.
I was just... Oh, jeez. I don't suppose I could revive her, could I? Probably not.
I don't know, guys.
Must be playable character. Okay.
Lyra won't even notice we're gone. Even if she did, it doesn't matter. Mole needs us.
First cultists nearly murder us, and now we have a traitor on the inside. Can't we trust anyone? Easier said than done.
Jeez, what's that, the nasty scowl? Anyway. It's a camp! I gotta rest. Hey, Karlak. Hi, Lizelle.
If death is soon to take Karlak, she should make every moment as rich as the last. Fight viciously, roar loudly, step boldly. She must make herself known.
That's how you go out like a boss. I hope I'm ever so lucky.
Hey, you. Incredible. Like I'm really alive. Like we can finally be real. I can be close to you now without fear, without thinking too hard. We can just be. No more than anyone else. Well, maybe slightly more. But that's the past now. I'm free. More free than I've ever been now. I was hoping you'd say that.
I'm just in here thinking thirst level is gone to 11 at this point. This is kind of a new camp.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh.
Excuse me?
that in time, all becomes dust and bone.
Yeah, you are the embodiment of that, Withers, except you just didn't really follow through with that dust part. You're a lot of bone, though.
So, the untouchable Karlak is untouchable no more. I'd shake her hand, but she can still snap me in two, so, probably safest to skip it.
You're gonna bite her, aren't you?
Poor Karlak. She can finally seek out the touch of another, only to be told she might not have much time left.
Catherick Thorm, what do you think of him?
Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie.
I'll follow up with her soon enough, don't worry. Absolute feel like a man whore. Just getting around like a bard should, I guess.
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
That's right, he was going to say when we got closer.
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
What should I look for exactly?
I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
Alright. Kind of want to take him with me for traversing around out here in the Shadow Cursed Lands. But who do I bench? Oh, there's no thought about it. Gale. Bench Gale. I'll have to play around with it off camera to see what spec I should make him. I know of all the memes that of him as a bear in a certain interaction, but I have no interest in doing any of that.
How beautiful it must be to know you can hold a hand, caress a cheek after going so long without. We'll get Karlak fixed up, right? There's always a way. There has to be.
Not gonna lie, Will's probably the best ship for Karlak out of everybody here. They really have a lot in common.
pain of seeing your life's hourglass running empty. Grasping at any means of slowing the grains as they slip inexorably through your fingers. Karlach's fate may be ordained, but her actions are not. She will make each breath count. You can be sure of that.
That's kind of sad.
How can I help?
I need you to stay here.
Question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
I get you. You don't like it.
You wish to speak?
Oh,
I studied one up. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
oh, I still can't add him to the group. I wonder if that's a consequence from the mod that I installed. I mean, I don't really use them anyway.
How can I help? With pleasure.
See, I don't really use them anyway, but there are moments where it's kind of nice to have them around. All right, and on that note, oh, it's you.
Playtime's over, pet.
Ah, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting them out.
Yeah, if they're so powerful, how they managed to get captured?
Will, your playmate's wasting precious time. Let's see about getting his priorities fixed. Ahem. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse abeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
A doubtful Will catches his breath, but says nothing, and your connection fades.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash?
Not intimidation. History would be my best bet. Oh yeah. History by... Well, not by a huge margin. It's pretty good, close though.
You recall an old incantation from a children's story, said to void a devil's contract. Abi diabole et nunquam ready.
I've never seen such a fearless display of sheer idiocy. Bravo! Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do mind the shadows. They've been especially hungry.
All right. Asterian's got something to say. So does Karlak. Oh boy. And we'll start down here.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow.
Glug glug.
Mizora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue. Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole.
It's not your choice. Do the mission or rot in the hells.
The same thought crossed my mind. I'm only to hunt the infernal, the demonic, and the heartless. But nowhere was it stated that I can't help one. Either we find it, or I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front line of the blood war. And it means everything to me. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it. But I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. I can feel Mizora scheming, plotting. She won't let me go without making a fuss. Trust me on that.
The sad thing is I know he's absolutely right.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls.
Why is everybody so thirsty for me?
You might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition.
I thought you hated me.
Such a strong word. We have our differences, but we don't have to, do we? I just worry that we're not considering all our options when it comes to our uninvited guests. How many people are infected with them, do you think? Hundreds? Thousands? And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield.
It is a tempting idea.
Isn't it? Imagine the entire cult under our thumb. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity before us. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe and enjoy a little world domination on the side. You can't tell me that doesn't sound fun.
So yes, it does sound fun.
I knew I was right about you. It's so good to find a kindred spirit. Of course, this all assumes we live long enough to find this, moonrise. But I'm feeling optimistic.
Alright. So Astarion is definitely the someone you could be the rogue in your party if you were not doing an up and up run, or if you were just going to be a bad guy. What's going on, Karlak?
God damn it! Why did it have to be Mizora? Why did it have to be Zariel? We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? What if it's a runaway like me? Or something far worse?
Yeah, if we don't help, Mizora will basically turn Will into a lemur. Could you live with that?
Look, Will's happiness is my happiness. I'd sooner see myself a lemur than him. But it's a bad idea to play games with the devil. You never win. Not ever.
That's her PTSD really shining through. And she's right to an extent. Alright, let's do this. Wait, before I do, let me check my spells. Could have used that back in the forge, but oh well. Looks like we're all good. Alright, let's do this.
The voice of the Absolute is strong here, and getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing, saving those people in the grove.
Doesn't seem like my help did him much good. The cultists caught up with him.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It's not your fault the world is wicked. You did the right thing.
The hurt runs deeper than she's willing to show you.
The voice of the Absolute. Stronger this time.
Beneath the resilient veneer, a touch of fragility. She needs comfort.
Need a hug? You look terrible. And yes, I realize I know the truth, but it doesn't mean you should be less than compassionate to those who need it.
It's been a very long time since someone did that. For me.
So long have you been trapped in here?
Time works differently here. It's hard to explain. Sometimes I can barely even remember what it was like before. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already.
Well, do you know where these are coming from?
There is no doubt. Moonrise Towers. I just hope my powers last long enough to see this through. In any case, the Absolute knows you carry me with you now. It wants to retrieve me.
Okay, why do they want you?
I am the only one who can resist the Absolute's influence. Hence its fear of me, its desperation. Unfortunately, that also means it is dedicating more and more resources to my retrieval. The task ahead is monumental. But we're all that stands between victory for the Absolute and freedom for all. This is not just about you and I anymore. It has become far bigger than us. You must infiltrate Moonrise Towers, discover the secrets of the Absolute, and put an end to it. So we can finally be free. Now I must rest. And you must carry on. Do not let my efforts be in vain.
Well, that wasn't the camp event I was quite expecting, but yeah, nonetheless, it is all camp events, none the same. So, I think on that note, we're going to go ahead and break this episode. Thank you very much for watching. We'll go ahead and catch you in the next one.